Russia launched missile attacks in the Ukrainian capital Kyiv Sunday for the first time in weeks, striking central residential areas of the city. Correspondent Anna Chernikova is on the ground in Kyiv and described the attack for VOA's
Very early in the morning at around 6:30 a.m., Kyiv citizens woke up with a flashback of 24th of February because they woke up with the explosions, with the sounds of explosions. And unfortunately, some Kyiv citizens woke up with rockets hitting their buildings. So we know that at least 6 Russian missiles were fired from the territory of Russia, actually, because these rockets were fired from bombers Tu-95 and Tu-160. So basically, Russian forces just used their airspace and they didn't cross Ukrainian airspace. We know that these rockets are quite innovative rockets, which are X-101, and they can fly to the distance of over 5,000 kilometers. At least 6 rockets were used targeting Kyiv residential building.
That was correspondent Anna Chernikova reporting for VOA's Flashpoint program. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko is at the scene of one apartment building that had been hit in the missile attack, where some 25 people were pulled from the rubble, including a 7-year-old girl. Early reports say at least 5 people were killed in that attack, though that number is expected to rise. Klitschko told reporters he believes it was no coincidence the attack came ahead of a NATO meeting to be held this week in Spain, and was meant to send a message to Western allies as well as the embattled country. The Group of 7, leaders from the world's richest democracies, are meeting in Germany beginning Sunday, where Russia's invasion of Ukraine will be a primary focus. U.S. President Joe Biden, speaking on the sidelines of the meeting with host German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, stressed the need for unity in the face of Russian aggression, saying Russian President Vladimir Putin was counting on Western allies to splinter.
We have to stay together, because Putin has been counting on from the beginning. And somehow NATO would, and the G7 would splinter, but we haven't, and we're not going to. So we can't let this aggression take the form it has and get away with it.
Biden credited Scholz for helping to lead Europe in standing up to Russia, saying his tough response had a great impact on the rest of Europe to move. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has said he will take part in the G7 summit on Monday. Villagers in southeastern Afghanistan are surrounded by destruction everywhere, with help in short supply after an earthquake devastated the region last week and killed at least 1,150 people. Residents who are already barely scraping by have lost everything. Many have yet to be visited by aid groups, which are struggling to reach the afflicted area because of poorly maintained roads. There are fears that help will come too late to the impoverished provinces of Paktika and Khost that straddle the country's border with Pakistan. Aware of its constraints, the cash-strapped ruling Taliban have called for foreign assistance and Saturday appealed to the United States to unfreeze billions of dollars in Afghanistan's currency reserves. The United Nations and an array of international aid groups and countries have mobilized to send help. China joined other countries in pledging nearly $7.5 million in aid for the country, but the relief effort so far has been uneven. The Glastonbury Music Festival, held this year after being interrupted for 2 years by the COVID-19 pandemic, is wrapping up. Some 200,000 people are attending the 4-day festival at Worthy Farm in southwest England, where the event is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Late Saturday, legendary rock and roller Paul McCartney thrilled the fans at the festival with a 2.5-hour concert that included Beatles hits and big-name guest stars. The 80-year-old musician treated the huge crowds to Beatle classics like Get Back, Hey Jude, Blackbird, and Let It Be, along with his solo hits including Live and Let Die and Band on the Run. He was joined on stage by Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl and rock icon Bruce Springsteen. McCartney also paid tribute to his late bandmates George Harrison and John Lennon during the emotional show. McCartney was due to play the Southwest England Festival 2 years ago, but the 2020 and 21 editions were both scuttled by the coronavirus pandemic. Repeating the hour's top story, Russia launched missile attacks on the Ukrainian capital Kyiv Sunday for the first time in weeks.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.